Most people wait until a funeral to say what someone meant to them. But what if those words could be spoken while that person was still here to hear them? A living funeral is not about giving up hope. It is about creating a meaningful moment of love, gratitude, memory, and closure before death occurs. It gives family and friends a chance to honor someone's life in the present, not just speak about it in the past. Welcome to the Funeral Channel Network, brought to you by the Funeral Program site. In this video, we'll explain what a living funeral is, why some families choose to have one, and how to plan it with care, consent, emotional safety, and respect. Most of us save our deepest expressions of love and gratitude for when the person who earned them is no longer there to hear. Often, we stand in quiet rooms, sharing the story of a life well lived, entirely in the past tense. A living funeral offers a different approach. It is a proactive celebration of life that pushes back against the cultural habit of waiting until after a death to speak. The mechanism here is a shift in timing. You take the tributes and connections usually reserved for a memorial and move them forward into the present. Because this event addresses mortality and complex family dynamics, it isn't something that can be organized casually. Success requires an intentional plan. It takes careful coordination to protect the physical and emotional energy of everyone involved. When executed with care, this shift replaces the vacuum of unspoken words with a real-time shared experience of love. The first step is securing explicit consent. You have to ask the person being honored if this is something they truly want, without applying any pressure or guilt to get a yes. If they agree, their medical reality dictates the logistics. The timing, the location, and the length of the gathering must be based entirely on their physical energy levels, not on the social expectations of the guests. This focus on well-being extends to the guest list. Emotional safety serves as the primary filter, ensuring only those who respect the person's boundaries and the tone of the event are present. To maintain this environment, you assign a specific host as a boundary person. Their job is to greet guests, manage the schedule, and deflect any invasive medical questions or family drama. This role is critical because it prevents the honored person from having to act as a mediator or host during their own celebration. Strict boundaries establish a safe space for vulnerability, effectively shielding the gathering from the weight of family conflict. Once the boundaries are set, you can design the physical environment. The tone should mirror the person's actual personality, whether they want a spiritual service, a joyful party, or a quiet tea. You anchor the space with personal details. Use their favorite music, colors, and familiar foods to make the setting feel intimate and recognizable. A memory table acts as a focal point, displaying objects that represent the different chapters of their life. The program itself must stay simple: a welcome, some music, and a few brief messages. This flexibility allows the gathering to adapt quickly if the honored person becomes tired. Avoid the rigid formality of a traditional funeral, as it rarely suits the energy of a living tribute. The physical design serves a specific purpose, making the person feel entirely seen and comfortable. The emotional core of the gathering is memory sharing. This is the moment where people communicate what usually goes unsaid. However, open mic sessions are risky. They can easily lead to rambling or intense emotional displays that exhaust the person being honored. A more controlled alternative is to designate just a few people to share brief, prepared remarks. You can also provide a keepsake box where guests can leave private handwritten letters. This gives introverted guests a way to participate without the pressure of public speaking. For those who cannot attend, pre-recorded video or audio messages allow them to contribute their voices to the day. Throughout the sharing, the planner must ensure the event stays focused on support rather than becoming a stage for forced reconciliation or staged performances. Meaningful connection happens when guests are given multiple, pressure-free ways to express their gratitude. After the guests leave, the family will likely face an emotional and physical drain. The honored person will need significant time for quiet rest. This is the time to organize the materials from the day. Back up any audio files, collect the guest books, and secure the letters immediately. Once preserved, these items become priceless artifacts that support the family's impending grief journey. A living funeral doesn't replace legal preparations, and it won't remove the sadness of the coming loss, but it gives the person at the center undeniable proof of their impact, shared with them while they are still here to receive it. The legacy of an intentional living funeral is peace. It ensures that both the departing and the survivors know that nothing important was left unsaid. A living funeral is not about rushing grief or pretending the pain of loss will disappear. It is about making space for love while there is still time to speak it, hear it, and receive it. When planned with consent, gentleness, and emotional safety, a living funeral can become one of the most meaningful gifts a family can share. It allows the person being honored to feel seen, remembered, and valued while they are still present. And for the people who love them, it can bring a sense of peace, knowing that important words were not left unsaid. If you are considering a living funeral, take your time. Keep the gathering simple, protect the person's energy, and let the focus remain on love, gratitude, and connection. Thank you for watching the Funeral Channel Network, brought to you by the Funeral Program site. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share. As always, I'll see you in the next video.